Hey guys, this episode we're going to cover some very important topics. Number one, we're going to talk about the historical 2019, 2020, and 2021 average home sale prices along the Lakeshore.
We're going to go over rates for 2020 and 2021, and then we're going to answer that question that everyone's been asking. Is it better to rent or to buy? We'll see you on the other side.
Hey guys, welcome back to Lovin the Lakeshore with Brian and Molly. Molly, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. We just want to thank everybody for tuning in for our third episode, and at some point we're going to actually run out of fingers, so by 6 and 7 you're going to see this going on.
Yeah, stay tuned for that.
I just wanted to, just kind of talk a little bit about what's going on in the market. Now we're in February, which is quick. I mean, that moved fast.
So fast.
And we had a nice Hot 10 episode the last time, which we're going to talk a little bit more in our next episode.
Yep.
Which kind of concludes all the activities that we went on to complete our Hot 10 list. But yeah, so today we're going to be talking a little bit more about what's going on in real estate and what's gone on in real estate historically with average home sale prices, and then also what's been going on with rates.
Rates world, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to start things off a little heavy on statistics, so don't get glazed over because this information is very valuable.
Yes.
It's going to allow you to make an educated decision on what you do next, and it's also going to make you look super smart when you're out to coffee with your friends.
For sure.
You're going to be sitting there, did you know that the average home sale price is... So we're going to segue right into, we're going to jump in our DeLorean, and we're going to go back in time to 2019.
Hop on our skateboard.
I don't know what you were doing in 2019. I was
Mortgages.
I was selling houses. So in Muskegon County, average home sale prices were $145, and they moved all the way up to $160 with a 9% appreciation, which was huge. It ended up going from $160 in 2020 to $177, another 10% appreciation year. And then it concluded this year by going from $177 up to $204. It's the first time Muskegon County has broken an average home sale price of $204.
It's incredible.
Broke the 200 threshold, I should say. So if you take on average the last 3 years in a row, 11.3% appreciation, which is amazing.
Fantastic, yeah.
And I know rates, right? Rates have been very competitive.
Absolutely, and that's one thing that really helps. So if we kind of look back at rate-wise, so let's say January of 2020, we started the year at about 3.5%, which is great. By December, rates had gone down. So meanwhile, right, COVID's going on, election year, things that people might think, oh my goodness, rates could escalate or get wild. Rates had dropped and ended the year in December at 2.75%.
So 2020 ended up going
down.
Sub 3.
You got it.
Okay.
So amazing. Boom. Refinance is off the wall. Yep. Everybody's excited. People are buying houses because it's affordable.
Yep.
And so then come June of 2021, they started to kind of come back up. We were about at 2.99. And then they kind of slowly kept rising. So we knew, of course, that 2% wouldn't be forever. But still, when we look at those kind of average rates, so if we look at from 1971 to 2021, the average interest rate amongst those years is 7.89%. So we're still half of the average. So it's still fantastic to buy. So if we look at 2020, average rate 3.11, still great. 2021, average rate 2.79, wild. 2022, we're kind of at that 3.75%.
Yep,
and
trending
still,
back up.
And that's
consumer confidence. I mean, consumers are looking at the real estate market as a sound investment, and thus rates are going to be adjusting up. I'm going to dip into North Ottawa County and talk a little bit about that. Muskegon County is to our north. North Ottawa County is pretty much that West Isle market all the way up to Fruitport through Spring Lake. So in North Ottawa County, average home sale prices, they shot up from a $275 average home sale price to $286 in 2019.
Fantastic.
That's a 4% appreciation, which was good in 2019.
Yeah.
Well then, 2020, $286 average home sale price goes to $324,000 for an average home sale. So 13% appreciation 1 year. And then this last year, $324 average home sale price bumps to $373. So that's another 14%. If you average that out, it's 10.3%. Technically, Muskegon County is out averaging them in the 11 range.
Yeah.
But that's still amazing. Home went up 30% plus over the last 36 months. So really good. And rent rates too. I
Oh my
mean,
goodness,
I
yeah.
want to discuss that because that's a very important piece. A lot of people that are on the fence right now, they're thinking, oh, do I continue to rent? What have rent rates been doing?
So rent has continually increased year over year about 15%. So it's
yeah.
out inflating homes. You think house values are increasing? Let's look at rent.
Yeah.
And rent, it's no long-term investment. You get a place you're renting.
Yep.
Your rent is probably going to increase that 15% next year. So you can
Landlord
anticipate landlord.
comes knocking on your door.
You're going to need a little bit higher check now.
Yep.
Whereas if you buy a house, again, rates are low, you're building equity. It's really a long-term investment, a long-term play, and you're building yourself up for success.
And start thinking of this too. I mean, your financial portfolio of owning a house is important because it's paying itself down. But then, we're in an inflation market, right? So they're talking about inflation being at 7%. So goods are costing more, gas is costing more, a lot of things are costing more.
Yeah.
And rent is outpacing average home sale price. So that means that you're paying 15% more a year in rent rates against a appreciation of 10% in a home's value. The longer you keep paying rent at 15% more every year, the less of a chance you'll have to buy a home the longer you wait, because it's eating up that expendable cash that could be saved towards your house. And after you're in a house, your home's appreciating, so your net worth is going up.
Yep.
So that's the value of a home. It's not just the Norman Rockwell picture. It's actually a financial picture of where you're heading. So just something to think about. So I want to segue to Holland, which is just to the south of West Olive and all the way down to Saugatuck. The average home sale price is down there. Here we go, back in the DeLorean. 266 ended up moving to 282 by the end of the year for an average home sale price of 6% appreciation. Then you jump to 2019 to 2020, and it went from a 282 average home sale price all the way up to 328. That's up 15% in 2020. And then in 2021, average home sale prices went from 328 all the way up to 386. Flip those numbers around, 17% appreciation in 1 year. It's the biggest one we've calculated. So average for the last running 3 years, 12.6% appreciation. So congratulations, Holland. You win. So yeah, I'm super excited. Hopefully these stats were informational and provide you some better perspective of what's going on in the real estate market.
Yes.
And most importantly, thank you for tuning in. And Molly, talk to us about our next segment we're going to be doing.
What does your coffee say about you? So a little judgy, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So we hope that you come back. We hope, again, that you use these statistics. So if you have questions on how do we make this happen, right? How do I buy this house? How do I even start to look at the house? We're your people.
Yeah.
Give us a call, reach out. We're happy to help. And we can't wait to see you in the next video.
Cheers, everyone.